No. But if you encounter a behavior or a personality trait or whatever that you don't like, just acknowledge it exists and move on. That's also a very respectful way that you can respect women. Respecting women can be just wanting to have sex with her. That's it. That's all you want from her. Just one night stand. This video is very simple, but it's very powerful. I'm going to teach you how to truly respect women.
Respect women.
In a way that actually involves genuine respect. Not the kind of, oh, I respect women, but this is just some act that I put on so I can get pussy kind of way that a lot of guys wear as a facade to cloak their sexual and romantic intentions with women. But it's also not the pseudo-respect that a lot of guys who maybe have a little bit more success with women because they are at least honest about the fact that they have sexual intentions. But in this video, I'm going to teach you how to respect women truly. And we're going to avoid two extremes that most guys fall into. You either have the guy who cloaks his intentions sexually and romantically towards women by pretending to respect women. This is the chameleon.
A chameleon.
And this is the guy who hides in the shadows, or at least hides his true intentions in the shadows and pretends to respect women. This is the neckbeard with the fedora. This is the guy who pretends to follow this ideology or this politics, just so that women will, you're a good boy. But we're also going to avoid the extreme of the guy who just flat out doesn't respect women.
This is like if you pull up to a garage and you got to get like an alternator replaced and there's a woman mechanic. I'm all for, women's rights. I mean, who isn't? But I also want my car to run well.
Right? He doesn't really care about them. And so we're going to genuinely respect women on two levels. And these two levels are both equally important. So the first level is the level that you typically think of when you think, I have respect for that person.
Respect.
Right? You respect the fact that they exist and have a right to exist. You respect the fact that they have certain beliefs and certain values that they themselves value. You may not necessarily agree with these values, but you respect the fact that she has them. Right? And you also respect her autonomy, right? You would never hurt her in any way, right? You respect her safety. So you respect that she exists. You respect that she has certain values, personalities, ideologies, politics, religions, etc., even if you don't agree with them. And you also respect her safety, right? So that's all very simple to understand, right? That's one level of respect. And you need to have it. And a lot of guys, when they go on their journey of being better with women, most guys, what they do is they're the nice guy, then they're the asshole. And then they usually stay in the asshole phase. But what the guy who truly learns to become a genuine man, he's going to go on this nice guy, asshole, back to nice guy, back to asshole a little bit. And then he starts calibrating somewhere in the middle, depending on your personality. And of course, what people regard as nice and asshole is very relative, right? Is it just the fact that you have a very swagalicious demeanor that makes you an asshole, or a very cocky demeanor? Or maybe you have a certain sense of humor that people don't appreciate, so they frame you as an asshole, right? So even classifying someone as disrespectful, right? Because when we think of being an asshole, being cocky, being arrogant, being a jerk, what we're essentially saying is that I feel disrespect emanating from you based on your attitude and your behaviors, and therefore I classify you as an asshole. So really being an asshole is just another way of saying they're a disrespectful person. Now, just because you respect someone's autonomy and you respect their values and their beliefs doesn't mean you're not going to argue with them, right? And some people regard just arguing with them or challenging them as a disrespect, but it's not. When challenging, like let's say you're talking to a girl on a date and you guys have a disagreement over something, right? So let's make it practical. How do you respect her without being a simp, right? So you respect her in, as I said, your attitude, but also in your actions or your words in this case, because it's a conversation, right? You acknowledge that she believes something and she feels a certain way, and you don't immediately dismiss it and you don't disregard it. A little bit of your dismissiveness is going to naturally seep through, right? She says something fucking stupid and you just go, Okay, you just said that, or you really believe that. And you got to check yourself a little bit, right? Because there's a certain level of decorum and politeness that you should uphold with everyone. Okay, that was some dumb shit, but, all right, you believe that. Boom. And then you respond. Just that extra half step that you took, that breath that you took to go, okay, that's real dumb, but I'm going to respond. And then you explain calmly, right? As Dumbledore said calmly.
How did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
You're going to refute her claim, argue with her, and give your counter opinion, right? Your belief, your value, or just challenge and question her belief and her value. That's one way that you can be respectful in your words. But you can also express that respect by refraining from challenging it. You can just say, yeah, okay, you believe that. That's it, right? It's just like acknowledging that a half-eaten apple lying on the street exists. You walk past it and you go, yeah, that's a half-eaten apple on the street. Okay, and then you move on with your fucking day, right? You can treat certain things that women do as long as it's not directly disrespecting you. That's a completely different, it's a completely different video, right? On how to handle disrespect, right? I don't want to digress too much on this video. But if you encounter a behavior or a personality trait or whatever that you don't like, just acknowledge it exists and move on. That's also a very respectful way that you can respect women. Okay, so you're getting a handle of what I mean to respect women in the first degree, the first way, the first variation. Then, this is the respect that not a lot of men understand. Or they understand to a certain degree, but they don't know that it's respect. They don't acknowledge it actually as an aspect of respect. So this second level of respect, I'll describe it in a few different ways and then give it its general form. So, respecting women can be telling her that she's beautiful. Respecting women can be just wanting to have sex with her. That's it. That's all you want from her. Just one night stand. Respect can be fucking her brains out in ways that she's never been fucked. Respecting her can be telling her that she's being a bitch. Respecting a woman can be walking away from her. All of these, in the right context, are respectful actions, right? Mostly for dating purposes, we can just break it down to being transparently and sincerely interested sexually, right? Having the balls to enforce your boundaries, having the balls to tell her when she's out of line, and having the balls to walk away. That pretty much covers most scenarios when you're dating a woman, that this second level of respect, both its positive and, resistant categories, right? So you're being positive, telling you, damn, you're sexy, damn, you look good. A lot of men, when they think of saying something like that, their first response would be, that's disrespectful. You're not respecting women, right? You already fucking, in your head, you have this person in your head going, that's not respect. You gotta respect women. There is nothing disrespectful about telling a woman she has a fat ass. There's nothing disrespectful about telling a girl that she's sexy. It turns into disrespect after you say it and she goes, yeah, okay, thank you. And, then you continue. You go, yeah, baby, yeah, you look good. Like, I want to get in those pants. All right. You're disrespecting her at this moment, right? One step it was fine. Second step, not fine. Because now you're violating this. It's not a physical boundary. You're not hurting her, but you are disrespecting her because she communicated that she's not interested via her facial expressions, her body language, or her words. And now you're continuing to go down that road, and now you're disrespecting her. But just having sexual and romantic intentions towards a woman, even very lewd intentions, that's not necessarily disrespectful. But if a woman's sitting at a table with her husband and you walk by and be like, yeah, your wife's got a fat ass. Okay, yes, of course that's disrespectful, right? You just have to have a fucking brain to understand why. But it's important that you understand this distinction because people just jump to extremes. I just want to fuck a bunch of bitches. Okay, there's nothing disrespectful about this. Are you going to be honest with them? Are you going to be a respectful person while you're courting them and while you're fucking them and after fucking them? You don't have to marry her to show respect, right? You can get her an Uber home, right? She may not appreciate that she's getting tooted and booted. She may not feel like it's respectful, but that doesn't necessarily make it disrespectful, right? Like my cat right now. She's playing with my light, right? She's not respecting my property. That's an example of disrespect, right? Nana, you're disrespecting me. I want to put you in line. Right? No. Probably shouldn't. Anyways, so you need to understand there's a distinction. There she is again. Fucking got you. Caught you in 4K. Yeah, run away. It's important for you. Okay. I lost my train of thought, but I'll get back to the main point. There's the respect that you normally think of as respecting women. Then there's being honest. If we can just break it down very simply, it's being honest. That is respect. So I'm sexually attracted to you. I want to smash.
Let me smash.
Okay. Now, are there respectful ways to express that respect?
Please.
Right? There's layers to respect. Yes, of course. You know, you can use innuendo, right? Innuendo is you're insinuating sexuality, but not directly saying it because of the context. Like, let's say a bunch of our friends are around. Is you being very raw in your language necessarily disrespectful? No, but you can have some common sense to understand that most people are going to find it disrespectful. So therefore, it might be disrespectful because you understand, given the context, that it's disrespectful to use X and Y type of language, even if your intentions aren't necessarily disrespectful. So you can't be surprised when people react. Like, people react to my videos, they probably find it really, really disrespectful. It's not. But I'm well aware that some people are going to regard it as such. But that doesn't matter because I'm here to teach you, right? So being truly respectful to women sometimes might look disrespectful. But as long as your intentions in your heart are sincere, it's not disrespectful. But there is a certain level of common sense in reading the fucking room where you can see, yeah, maybe telling her in front of her father that, you know, I want her to choke on my cum is probably not a respectful thing to say, okay? So you can use your fucking brain. But being honest with women, telling them they're out of line, just generally telling a woman how you feel, for the most part, is very respectful because it's honest. And that's what keeps you from being that guy who hides his sexual intentions and it's like, I respect women, I respect women. No, you don't, actually. Men who fail to express their sexual and romantic interests to women are actually being disrespectful because they are continuing to spend time around women with whom they have underlying motivations and are not making those motivations clear. And behind all of their, oh, you're so great, oh, all of their nice actions underlies selfish desires. And by not showing that, it is corrupting their kindness. And it's corrupting their first level of respect. So to truly respect women, you have to have both levels of respect. If you only have one, the nice guy only has this one, and the asshole who gets laid a lot but doesn't actually care about women only has the second one. Yeah, it's good that he's honest, but he's out here just being an asshole to women. Well, that's not the right way to do it either. Okay, so do you respect women? Very simple question, very simple answer. Do you respect women on level 1, and do you respect women on level 2? If the answer is no, then start working on it and do better. Because not only is it the moral thing to do, it's also the most practically efficient thing to do, because if you respect women, they're probably going to respect you back. Fucking epiphanies, right? Okay, cool. So go out and respect women the right way, the true way. And I was going to say something poetic, but that was it. That was the poetry right there. Okay, cool. Hector Castillo. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell. There's stuff in the description that you can give me all your money for, and I hope that you give me your money and respect me for giving you knowledge, and your respect to me is paying me for more knowledge, right? So yeah, I respect you, you respect me, give me all your money. I'm joking. Okay, I love you. Go fuck yourself. Bye.